All right, here we are back in 2021 with PraiseCharts Live, and it's me and one of my close friends down in Nashville, Keith Getty. Keith is swamped and swirling because literally within hours, the massive Sing conference is going on. Amidst all of the chaos that's gone on in this world, somehow they have managed to write so many great songs and pull people together online and in person in Nashville. So if you want to get up and close with Keith Getty, then stick with us for the next 10 or 15 minutes, and we're just going to have a conversation about life in the fast lane with Keith Getty. Here we go. There we are, Keith. How are you?
I'm very well, Grandpa Ryan. How's Grandpa Ryan
Grandpa
doing?
Ryan. Yes,
Grandpa
as some of
Dahl.
you know, I did become a grandpa in the last couple of months, actually 5 months. And do you want to know
Granddaddy
something
Dahl.
else, Keith? This is
What?
news for the world that barely, people in my family just know, but I've got another one coming.
You are
So
kidding me.
I know. Second one. In fact, my oldest son, he had their first child April 1st, 5 months ago. The next one is due April
Which
1st.
one?
Actually,
Which son was at J. Alexander's with us in Memphis last time we were
that's
together?
Isaiah. You know him very well.
Okay,
So, yeah,
fantastic,
it's
fantastic.
pretty
And he's
good.
the one who's going to take over your business, isn't he?
Yeah.
He's
Yeah, I
just
got to
waiting.
watch
I
my
tell you what,
backside.
you watch your back. Actually watch your back right now. I think he's behind you.
I know. I know. I'm literally alone in my office right now. Nobody's here, and it's just me and Keith Getty. So, how about you? You look pretty alone in a massive room there. Where are you? Like, what is
I'm
life
in.
like for you right now?
We use our church, the village chapel, for rehearsal week, and so I'm across in the family room. All the band are down the corridor. They're playing Irish reels right now, and it's pretty loud and proud. And
Yeah,
so I just thought I'd come here for a little bit of a break and chill out. And I thought I'd just call my friend Ryan. Yeah, I didn't realize I was going to be on
I
on
know.
on a
You
Facebook
know,
Live or something, or one of these Zoom
watch out.
things.
If you're one of my friends and you call me, you never know when I'm just going to be like, oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
this
we're
is
live in
ridiculous.
front
I
of, yeah.
wanted a break. I wanted to sneak away somewhere. Do you know what I mean? It's
Keith, what I
kind of
love
like,
about you, you're so like down to earth, so I don't know. You're just like a guy across the street.
what
That's what I feel like when I'm talking to you.
we used to call it. We used to call it an evangelical smoke break. Do you know what I mean? Because all our friends who weren't Christians, they went out for a smoke, and this is kind
Okay.
of us. Just like so, I was calling to see you
Okay.
just for a chill out, and then you press record, and now we've got this mess in our hands.
Here we are. Okay, so Keith, I want you to take me into the world of like what is it like when you're about 24, 48 hours before this conference sets off? And I'm sure there have been like curveballs thrown at you constantly with all that's going on in this world, but I love the fact that you guys are just pressing forward, and it's almost like you've got blinders on to this apparent reality that's going on around the world, and you're just like driving forward. Now, of course, you're probably not blind to things, but sometimes you just got to keep going, right? So,
Well, I'd like to think it's the opposite. I mean, I'd
okay,
like to
tell
think
me.
that everything we're doing is actually in response
Hmm.
to do what the Lord has told us to do and what's happening in the world. The Sing conference, I was appeared in your show last year when all our friends, Desiring God and all the other organizations that we work with were all canceling their conferences and in some cases canceling their conference companies. And we decided with the Sing conference, I think you said to me, it's a shame it's singing or you could put it online. And I said, well, it's funny you should say that. And it was, so we made it online, and in the kindness of the Lord, the conference doubled in size. We had almost
Crazy.
16,500 registrants last year for Sing conference, which was over twice what we'd had before that.
Yeah.
So this year we decided to do both. So we said we're going to go live, take the Bridgeton Arena with 5 months notice, and just put it on the Bridgeton Arena, but also do Sing Global Live. So you can come to Nashville and enjoy the singing experience, but actually you can enjoy the entire thing online, but actually created like a TV show. And then there's a special TV show every night at premiere time, 6 o'clock every night around
Hmm.
the country, where you can join in. And there's actually a show exclusively for you. So we created like a TV show. We have lots of special guests from the conference. So it's actually the best conversation because
Hmm.
everybody's encouraged to talk about the things you dare not talk about. And it's so
Right.
so we got that show each evening. And then, as you know, last year we we decided it was kind of there was some like silly commercial somewhere saying "with you all the way," and we thought that's actually what Sing Global needs to be. And so
Hmm.
when you sign up for your Sing Global passes, you get it for 365 days. So you're not just here for this incredible conference next week and then this extra TV show, but you get, I think there's like 600 different resources now that you get free for the whole year. Your church get for the
Hmm.
from worship services to concerts to sermons to seminars to tutorials. We got lots of Q&As, but we added a couple of more really exciting things this year. One of them was started a thing called Sing Global Conversations, where we
Hmm.
asked people to tell us what are the big needs. So, for example, you and I were just talking about choirs, and apart from Ryan Dahl, everybody else who's doing choirs at the minute is losing. And so I knew Sir John Rudder, so I called Sir John Rudder and said, "Would you give us your opinion on where the future of choirs is?" So John has done a whole thing for the Sing conference on the future of choirs. We looked at things like arts education.
Yeah.
And so the most influential person in arts education and the culture in the last 5 years has been Karen Pence,
Hmm.
the former second lady, wife of Mike Pence. And she said, "I'd love to come on to Sing Global Conversations and talk about it." So she's come on and talked about what she
Wow.
sees in culture and the importance of arts education for Christians. To
Yeah.
be actually, and lots of different people. Mike Cosper, who just did the Rise and Fall of Mars Hill, did one on what he learns from that and how it applies to musicians in church.
Yeah.
How we don't let our musicians run away with themselves and self-destruct, which is happening all over the place. Joe MacArthur did one on the deity of Christ in a pluralistic world. Can you really believe in the uniqueness of Jesus? And so, lots of these really, really wonderful, profound talks that we're the beneficiaries of. So and then the most exciting thing, which we needed PraiseCharts for,
Hmm.
is because this year's theme, year 5, the theme of Sing is singing through the classic hymns of the faith. We're going on this journey over the next year where we teach you 30 traditional classic hymns. So if you sign up for the Sing conference this weekend, and you can charge it to your church, I'm sure,
Hmm.
you get to be part of the conference. You get to be part of the TV show each evening. You get to resource all the stuff all year round, listen to these stuff. But you also get to be part of this journey where we take you through 30 great hymns of the faith and teach you how we would play them and do all that kind of stuff. So, to be actually, so many people over the years said, "I'd love to get hymns into our church, but I don't know how to do the arrangements," or "It's just we need to start." So we thought, since this was year 5 and we're doing singing through the classic hymns, let's do the 30 of them. So that's part of it.
Hmm.
That's really exciting. And then, of course, I think probably the other thing I would say is we decided that we changed the title to this year's conference and actually just called it In Christ Alone, as you guys have done so much on it. It's the 20th anniversary this year of the hymn,
Yeah.
and there is so much sadness in the Christian community right now from just a general melancholy, I would say,
Hmm.
to issues like politics, pandemics, race, scandalized Christian leaders losing their way, all this kind of stuff. And this has dominated the press. And we said, look, we want to, with relief, lift our eyes, lift our hearts, lift our
Hmm.
minds, lift our voices to Christ alone. Because if Christ died and rose again, and if what he says is true, which we believe it is, then
Yeah.
it's so much bigger than any of these things that we
Yeah.
just don't have time. We don't have time to be falling out over them.
Right.
They are hugely important things to to people, and I understand that, but they're still not that important,
Hmm.
And I mean, we've suffered a lot. I mean, we decided to put this conference on. The live event was doing better than the online event, and then of course, in the end of July, live event sales across America pretty much stopped with the Delta variant. We've had
Yeah.
people We've had people walk out in the conference because we had to make certain decisions were forced upon us,
Yeah.
to do with vaccinations and masks and all this kind of stuff, and certain things were forced upon us in certain areas. And so, I
Hmm.
understand, and we have felt the very, very profound pain that people are feeling at the minute. But Christ is bigger and Christ is better. What's
Hmm.
the hymn say? Jesus is fairer. Jesus is
Yeah.
stronger than all of them. Fairest Lord Jesus. I think that's what that's what we want this year to be about. And as we kick off a new year, let's kick it off seeing the big thing and being inspired rather than constantly, this awful social media bottom feeding that's going on. It's
Yeah.
really heart wrenching to people.
Yeah. Can we talk a little bit about the
Yeah.
songs? Because I mean, that's the part that you and I have Did you say no? No, it's just we spent like a couple of months just diving deep into all these new arrangements of old hymns
Right.
plus new hymns. I mean, it's not just old hymns, but you guys have been writing brand new songs that have been pressing towards this conference to be released, and I'm listening to some of them that are quite fresh and can feel like we'll be singing them for years, dozens of years, if not hundreds in the future. I know that's kind of your vision for life, to write songs that'll be around for a long time. But can we just talk about, like, just even pulling out of your head some of the songs you've been rehearsing right in the space where you're at right now? What are some new arrangements or some new songs that you're really excited about for this new year?
Sure. Well, we're working through Monday at the minute. So the Monday of the conference is a big launch. Alistair Begg speaking in Christ Alone My Hope Is Found.
Okay.
H.B. Charles is speaking on the Cornerstone Solid Ground. Then it goes from that. And there's incredible music and singing with that. We're introducing two new songs in that session. One is called Come Thou Almighty King, which Tommy Bailey wrote. It's a great opening song.
Yeah.
A lot of people say we like a little bit of content in our songs, and we can find that with hymns and with slow songs, but we can't find that with opening songs. So there's a real focus on this year's conference on finding opening songs that are a little bit more rich in content. And then we're doing a song which is the title track of the Papa Boswell album, which came out today, called
I saw it.
Almost Home. It's
I
called.
love it. I was working on it yesterday, Keith.
You were not.
I was
Do you know
charting
what-
it. Yeah. I was like
you want-
tweaking the charts.
Do you want the funny story behind that song?
Okay. Tell me.
Okay, this is going to sound like a name drop, and it's not meant to. Okay, so
Okay.
this is actually the truth. Kristen and I were lying in bed in the house in the North Coast one night, and we get these random texts like at about 11 o'clock at night, and I get one from Bill Gaither. I'm not kidding you, and he goes,
The
I
Bill
was-
Gaither.
Yeah, William J. Gaither. He goes, I was watching this movie with Gloria, and it's all called Fisherman's Friend, and it's all about these shanty songs that fishermen used to sing. And he says, I thought of you guys. Now, shanty songs are Celtic, but they're actually Cornwall, which is part of England. It's not really the Irish thing,
Yeah.
but it sounds so similar, but they're slightly different and twisted. And I went, wow. Then Kristen, about 10 minutes later, gets a text. Her phone beeps, and she gets a text from Gloria Gaither to say, I was just thinking about you guys. We were just watching this thing. So we listened to we go get the movie, we watch it the next night, and I'm going, these would be perfect for congregational songs. And I had this gnawing feeling in my stomach that I would try and do it, but they've such a little grit to them that I thought Papa would do better than I would. So I tried for about a week so I'd get a head start on him. And then I sent him, I said, listen, you got to hear these things. And so he listened to them, and of course he wrote a better tune than I did. He wrote a better shanty than I did, and that sea shanty became Almost Home. So when you play Almost Home, you only
Really?
imagine a bunch of fishermen all singing Almost Home, we're almost home.
Yeah.
So it was so it's hilarious. And
I
the
have
other
to
twist-
admit, when I was charting it, I was like, I feel like I'm kind of I should have a bunch of beers around me, in some kind of Irish pub or something like that. Is that sacrilegious? I don't know, but that's like
I can't possibly comment on that.
No. You can neither confirm nor deny that it might have that vibe to it. But no, wonderful tune. I mean, it feels that sense of freedom and joy and community. That's the thing that the reality is we might even share with the pubs is people just want to
will
come and
love
get
singing
together.
it. And
right?
I'm hoping the Shanes are going to come on stage, and the Mats and the Shanes they're going to be like a bunch of growling fishermen singing it in harmony. I think it'll be really cool.
All right. I
think
love
it'll
it.
be awesome.
This is what I love about the Irish feel that you are bringing to worship in America, and people just love that. So
No, that's cool.
you guys are bringing us
They
together.
sing well in harmony. They sing well in harmony, and we have fun. So
Okay. Any other? You were mentioning about "Come Now, Almighty King," and you said it's a new song, but it's actually an old hymn, isn't it?
Correct.
You have
correct.
a new chorus to it or something like that.
Yeah, Tommy Bailey, who's the music guy in our church, who's now Tommy and Ben Shive joined our writing team last year. So we've got 8 writers in the team. 8 writers in the team now. You know them all actually, and so the 8 writers. So Tommy and Ben Shive joined in, and Tommy's first song is this "Come the Almighty King," which again, as you say, it's an old hymn which he added a chorus to. But I usually hate those things, to be honest. I know I shouldn't be saying that in the air, but those things really drive me crazy, almost all of the time. But in that case, I've done it twice in 20 years, But I actually think that this one works really well. We do it in church all the time. Our girls love it.
Hmm.
And so yeah, so that one's in, and then
Beautiful.
that night we're doing a concert with Papa Boswell. They're doing a little 7-song set. They have a
Yeah.
song called "Everlasting Love of God," inspired by a book called "Gentle and Lowly" by Dane
Yeah.
Ortland,
Yeah.
which is a good song. They're going to do a couple of their favorites. They're going to do "Come Behold the Wondrous Mystery" and "Mercy Is More."
Yeah.
But they're going to do "Everlasting." They're going to do "Almost Home." They did a song a couple of years ago called "Forever Jesus" with Stuart Town, and they're doing that one. And then one called "Hail the King of Heaven," which I think you have just typeset for them. "Oh, Hail the King of
Hmm.
Heaven." It's another strong. But their new album is filled with great songs to open services with.
Hmm. Hey, and
Um,
I remember a couple of years ago when I was at the Sing conference, a guy got up on the grand piano just by himself. He was a little bit nervous. He's like, "I've just written this song. I don't know how it's gonna go over. I don't even know if I can fully play it. I'm gonna try it in front of you." It's Andrew Peterson, and he's singing
yeah,
"Is He Worthy" for the first time ever, and it was like shivers went
yeah,
through the
yeah.
spines.
He never sung it with a congregation or a choir before. That was it. He never
Right,
sung it with a choir,
I
and
that's what
uh,
it was.
and
Yeah.
it was amazing. And we still it's been huge, and you can still watch that on YouTube. And
Yeah.
that first time he was doing that, it was
It was
amazing,
a
and it was so
moment. But
endearing.
this year, it's going to another level. So tell me about that. I'm excited about this.
Well, I think Andrew's over in Ireland at the minute, so he can't sing this year. But Chris Tomlin, who then made it sort of famous, I guess, Chris offered to come in, and we're finishing Tuesday night. So we've got a run of Bill Gaither, then Johnny Erickson Tata, then Voice of the Martyrs and their new version of it as well. Then David Platt doing the Resurrection for a Lost World, and coming out of that, Chris is going to get on stage and sing "Is He Worthy," and the whole room is going to become the choir. So he's going to have a
Hmm.
choir of 6,500 people.
Oh,
PraiseCharts have
awesome.
kindly made the choir parts, put the choir parts
Yes.
into a book, and so it's going to be cool.
So we've made this songbook. It's got like 70 songs in it, but in the end of it, there's
I
one
can't
that
believe
has
you're
the
not coming.
I
I
can't either
cannot believe
now that
you are
I'm
not
talking to,
coming.
I know.
What are
Yeah,
you
I'm
playing on?
embarrassed.
What
I
are you
feel
playing on?
scolded right now.
No,
But
no. The online show is actually pretty good. So you'll love the online show.
okay.
Like
Yeah.
I know. Do you know over half the people who watched the online show last year? More people said they were definitely going to come back to the online thing than come back to the live after last year. It's not amazing.
Hmm.
That's obviously it's a
Well,
little bit
and hey,
cheaper.
you
It's a
can
little bit
go to
cheaper to
the
go to.
live and have the online afterwards as well, right? Isn't
Yeah,
it
yeah,
all
yeah.
going to be available? So,
Sure.
anyways, before you interrupted me, I was just saying that,
I'm just
the
disgusted at you.
we've
I'm
got this
disgusted at you, Ryan. That's all I'm saying.
Keith, this is live. We're like
Oh,
being recorded here. So,
okay. Sorry. Okay.
anyways, I was on track to say we have this songbook, which if you are at the conference, there's a print version, there's digital versions. Everybody gets all these songs. It's all included, but there is this choral version, which if there is one moment, I might fly down just for this moment to hear 6,000 people sing,
Take a plane.
Is He Worthy? Huh?
Take a plane. It's just an
I
Irish
know.
joke. Yeah, it's not funny.
Okay. Anyways, so much great music. And, well, what's now? What's going to happen in the next 3 hours? You got the band. They're going to come floating back in to
We're
the
running
stage.
Kristen's new show. Yeah, we're running
Yeah.
Kristen's new show, which is kind of an Irish American journey. We were in Ireland last year, and it's really the exploration of the Scotch Irish American heritage. Some gorgeous old hymns, "When I Survey," "Father's World," and
Hmm.
"Amazing Grace." With actually, when they were home in Ireland, we went up to Donegal and found out the place that "Amazing Grace" was written, because John Newton, the ships landed in Donegal, and that's where he actually wrote "Amazing Grace." It's not amazing. And so what we did was, as a sort of an honor to the hymn, Dana Masters, who's Van Morrison's kind of the soul singer that sings with Van Morrison in his shows for the last decade, and then Kirk Whalum, the famous saxophone player,
Right.
of Whitney
Okay.
Houston fame. He did "I Will Always Love You," Whitney Houston. That's
Oh,
that's
yeah.
kind of
Yeah.
the most famous probably
I can
instrumental
hear it in
solo
my
in the
head
history of
now.
pop music. Yeah, yeah, it was him.
Hmm.
He's going to come in. The two of them are going to come and sing it with Kristen. So that's Monday night. That's going to be a pretty cool moment. And
Hmm.
no, it's great. We're so looking forward. If you guess me, like Sandra McCracken and little Sky Peterson, Andrew's daughter's coming in. It's going to be fun. And then late on Monday night, we do a sing through Handel's Messiah. So we do this is a tradition every year. Monday night finishes with an hour where you sing through Handel's Messiah, excerpts of Handel's Messiah. And this year we got Joanne Lunn, who's most famous as being the soloist for a lot of John Ritter and his stuff. She's amazing. She's coming over. And then I'm trying to think what else. That's Monday. That's the end of Monday. Other than that, there's nothing happening on Monday. It's really boring.
To kind of wrap this up, I've got another quick little memory. Is I was at the Sing conference last year, and after all of these conferences, Keith has all his band and the key people who are a part of this over to his house for just like the best food you've ever eaten. And just kind of like...
And yet you're not coming.
I know. I might come for that. But I'll tell you what I remember. I remember going out on the porch in the back of Keith's house, and he's just flaked out on the couch. It's like you had used every ounce of energy, and there was almost nothing left in the tank. So that's how you live your life.
Yeah. Well, it's good. I find sleep easy. But it was, it's a privilege to get to host these people in time, and it's going to be a really profound year. Where you say John Lennox, John Piper, David Platt, Trip Lee, a guy called Jeremy Begbie, who's kind of the world authority on music and aesthetics, is coming as well. Just a great lineup of guys, just to challenge us and inspire us, and of course the music is wonderful. The Tuesday night family hymn sing. Because obviously in the last year, the family hymn sings, and our girls are guesting in 2 songs in that, but we thought we'd interview a few friends. So from sort of outside our community, people who we've known. So Chris Tomlin and Bill Gaither said they'd come along. It's going to be kind of fun. And there's lots of, we just can't wait to be there and to hear the people sing and to interact. So
okay. Well, Keith, thank you
for
pressing through with this.
There'll be one less Canadian at the Sing conference this year.
I have heard the firm scolding. It's all over me. I'm feeling it right now. But I just want to tell you how much we love you.
I'm just winding up because we're in line. We are so grateful to PraiseCharts. See, PraiseCharts make the most incredible contribution to the Sing conference, and we hope many more people find out about PraiseCharts and the wonder that is the Canadian Ryan Dahl.
Well, I'll tell you something. We're definitely all about singing, so I'm passionate about that, and I love just sitting here. I got my little keyboard piano beside me, my monitor, and I could come here all day and just listen to music and make it and help people sing more together. So I think that's why we're good friends.
I know. So but it's not just the chart. It's not just chord charts. It's ordinary charts. It's even choir charts. If your church want to sing choirs, Ryan Dahl is the only person who's making choirs work right now. You need to understand this. We've spent 20 years working with probably 15, 16 different choral companies in this country, and a number of them have sadly gone under. Most of them aren't really functional. But Ryan Dahl, he's the miracle maker.
Oh boy. Well, I'll tell you, the world is changing, and I think maybe we got on that changed bus early on. So I feel like our plane is just taking off, which is really exciting. I mean, anybody can find all our music at any time from their phone or their iPad or computer any time of the day. So it's a new world.
Fantastic.
Okay, Keith.
It's good to see you, man.
The band's going to come. Make that music great. I hope you have an amazing week, and then flop out on the couch and have some good sleep at the end.
Pass our thanks on to the whole PraiseCharts team for all the work you've all done. We're so grateful.
I will. We love you. Thank you very much.
Bye.
Okay, see you then. Bye.